Hey everybody, today we're going to be showing you how to roll dough. Rolling dough is a great activity. It's easy and fun and meditative. It's also a necessary step in loaf making. I love a good loaf, and that's the truth. God's honest truth if you think about it. To roll dough, you'll just need to get yourself some dough that hasn't been rolled. Been rolling. I don't know how to say it, but just get a big goop of dough that isn't flat. Once you've got that, you can get down to business. My favorite part of rolling dough is the repetitive nature. You see, dough is full of anger and strength, much like you and I, and it doesn't want to get rolled out without a fight, and it will fight, and it's your job to conquer the dough and show it who's boss. This means that you'll have to roll it over and over again. It's such an easy thing to do that I don't even need to think about it when I'm doing it. I can easily let my mind drift while I'm rolling dough. I can think about whatever I want. I can think about the time I went to the doctor because I had a weird bump on my neck. The doctor was really nice about it. After he stopped laughing at me, he wiped the tears of joy from his eyes and he apologized. I can't ever remember somebody apologizing to me for laughing at me other than the doctor. I wish I still remembered his name, but alas, I have a broken memory and a bad brain. The lump on my neck was a symptom of my bad brain, I guess. At least that's what the doctor said, and I for one believe him because he was the nicest doctor I ever did meet. Nice people don't lie or trick you. Well, the nice doctor was nice enough to remove my throat neck lump with his doctor's blade, and he put a band-aid on me and sent me on my way. He called the lump something, a warp or a snort or something. I don't remember what he said. I wasn't listening super well, but something I can remember is the doctor saying that the reason I had the lump was because I have a bad brain and don't think or read enough. He said the only cure for neck lumps like mine was to try to be smart. I told the doctor that I'd been trying to be smart for years, but it never worked because I was always confused and felt like I had a mouthful of mush when I tried to talk to people, so I gave up. If there's one thing I've learned in life, it's to not put too much effort into anything. Give up if something is too hard. Just do easy stuff if you can. If something's too difficult, trick somebody else into doing it, or find something else, or just do nothing. That's probably my favorite hobby and pastime, doing nothing. I can spend days at a time doing nothing. I love it. I love the stillness, the silence, the lack of sensory interaction. I try to do nothing for at least 2 hours every day. My head and my eyes start to hurt if I go too long without doing nothing. I hope when I die I get to spend eternity doing nothing. I once listened to a lady read the Bible for 2 weeks straight. She never slept or got up from her chair or ate or anything. Once a day a boy would come by and wipe her sweaty feet and brow with a rag and try and splash some water into her mouth. But it was tough because she wouldn't look up from the page. She wouldn't stop reading, not for 1 second, until she finished the whole Bible. Anyway, I remember there being some parts in there where she spoke of heaven and what it's like there. I guess it sounded pretty nice at the time, but if I could make my own heaven, I would make it be a place that's completely dark and there's nobody there except for me, and I don't have to run or eat or poop or swim across anything. I could just do nothing all the time forever. Just thinking about it's getting me excited. I think heaven should be different for each person. I feel like if heaven is really the perfect place, then there's no way for it to be just one big area where all the good people go when they die, because people don't all like the same stuff. Take me, for example. I hate most things. Even things that people think are good and fun. They usually make me sick and angry and violent. There are probably other people like me too. You know, people who don't like stuff. How are those people going to feel when they get to heaven and it sucks? What a letdown. I'd be so angry if I spent my entire life trying to be good only to get to heaven and have it just be a little bit better than normal life. I'd revolt. I'd burn the place to the ground. Maybe people who don't like stuff don't go to heaven. Maybe heaven is just for those who all like the same things, and those things are in heaven, and that's the only criteria for getting in. I mean, maybe heaven is just filled with roller skating and milkshakes, and all you need to do to get into heaven is to like milkshakes and roller skating. Then you die and you go there. It doesn't matter if you're good or not. You just have to enjoy the amenities that are provided for the inhabitants of heaven. That's how they make sure that everybody in there is happy. They only admit people who they know will be satisfied with roller skating and milkshakes. Everybody else goes somewhere else. I've never heard of there being multiple heavens, so I assume that all the people who don't like roller skates and milkshakes go to the bad place. You know where I mean. I don't want to say it because I don't like cusses, but you know exactly where I mean. It's the place where the devil lives. That's where all of us are going to end up after we die. That's why I don't try to do good anymore. I gave up on that a long time ago. Not worth it. Not worth my time and effort. Even if I keep trying to be good all the time, my brain is so bad that I mess up and hurt people and hurt myself and make myself sad and angry. So who cares? I'm going to do whatever I want and not worry about going to heaven. I'm going to spend my days doing nothing and just hope for the best.